Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And we're in Redcliffe. We're making preparations to help defend the town against whatever evil horrors are coming. Is there anything this way? No. I was misled. Thought there would have been something over there. Like a treasure. I deserve a treasure just for walking around the town and around the backside of a house. We have to go in this direction. We have not gone in this direction yet. Very pretty waterfall. I mean, it's not the best looking video game waterfall we've come across, but I like waterfalls in general. I like water in nature in general, like beaches and mountains with lakes, and yeah. Oh, hey, this is a...
Yes? What can I do for
Oh,
you?
this is one of the people from the Blackthorn Irregulars we're supposed to deliver letters
I
to.
knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Yep. This isn't one of the deserters that erupts into a battle. And we still have another one of those. Oh, inefficient skill? Really? Very well. And then I thought I saw something glittering over there when I ran by, and then Alistair got in my way with his big, chunky Templar armor. Not that I want him to take it off. So anyways, we took care of Murdoch's issues and concerns around town, but we haven't talked to Sir Perth yet. He's the captain of the knights. And he is up this way. Now, this thing, in the distance, this looks like... That looks like some sort of statue or a person you can talk to or interact with.
Tell me, Morrigan, why do you treat others in this way?
Ooh.
I owe you no explanation. There is no writing on my forehead that says, "Please, guide me."
You are traveling with these people. It behooves you to be civil.
You were too transparent, old woman. Do not bring up our companions when all you wish is for me to be civil to you. I am not one of your circle apprentices, to hang on your every word. I am not Alistair, who sees in you a surrogate mother.
No, it is obvious you are nothing like Alistair.
Take your lectures elsewhere. They mean nothing to me.
Morrigan, if you despise everyone so much, like, why are you still here? Like, why did you even agree with Flemeth to come along with us? Yeah, Blight, we know, but you don't seem to show any interest in helping with that.
I am as relieved as Van Tegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
Well, this guy seems honorable, so we're just gonna say, just call me by my name, Sagana.
As you wish, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now, my charge is defending the village from these evil
I know there's a lot of, like,
Would that I had chosen not to seek
humans
out the urn of
hating
sacred
elves
ashes.
and, like,
Perhaps I would have fended off whatever
racism
evil
between
befell
them
the castle,
from the
I
past,
would be
slavery
dead.
and whatnot.
Oh, well.
But,
The Grey Warden
you know, as long as we
leading
have
our
people here
defense,
like Sir Perth that
perhaps
are
all is not lost.
being nice and honorable, and yeah, I'm gonna be nice and honorable back, because there's no reason to. Not all of them are
We have sufficient armor and weapons,
like
but
the
my
nobles
knights are
we
too
killed
few
in
to
the
stand
intro.
against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures.
That sounds like a good idea.
Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
There is another thing here. There's that, the oil.
No one told me of this. Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Enough to light many, yeah.
Assuming that
You
would
you wanna do that.
Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime? No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Yeah, I know. Well, we took care of him already.
Ask me whatever you
What
wish.
else can you tell me? What can you tell me about the Urn of Sacred Ashes? Because we're gonna have to go after that.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights
Convenient that
volunteered
the
to
urn
seek
is
it
in
out.
Ferelden.
Few of us have returned.
And it's
Many
the
are still out
only
there,
thing
unaware
that's
of
going to
what is happening here.
cure Arl Eamon. Honestly, I don't even know if it does. I never got that
never
far in the
certain.
game where I got
He
the Urn
thirsted
of
for
Sacred
water and then
Ashes.
grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Alessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Yeah, I know I've mentioned that I have not played through this
The Earl
game
once employed a
completely,
scholar,
and so I'll be honest with you guys,
He had
after
proof
we
the
finish
urn was in
Red
Ferelden,
Cliff,
or so I was
there
told.
might be very little more that I know about this game, and we're going to be in blind
Eventually,
territory.
perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
Okay, so
As you wish, Grey Warden.
yeah, carry on.
Make a watch over you.
We'll go talk to the person at the Chantry. We got to level up for talking to him. See, we're getting experience for doing these quests and updating our quests and even doing like parts quests. I did mention that I'm going to start throwing points into strength. So we're going to do that. We might want to get 20 strength to get that helmet that Alistair's currently using. Might want that on Zagana later on. Oh, another reason I need to get to 20 strength is so that she can use that Drake scale armor. Yeah, because that'll be good. I want to get evasion, but I need to be level 12. I'm not level 12. I'm level 11. I also need dexterity. Actually, I think dexterity is the issue. And we're not going to get our other 2 points in dexterity until we get to level 14 and get the assassin thing. And I'm not going to put points in dexterity just for evasion. Or to get evasion sooner. I do want to get keen defense. That requires level 14. That's essentially another like passive chance of evading an attack. That requires dueling, and it requires this other thing that I'm not going to use. Speaking of dueling, when I get it, apparently the game is like automatically using it or assigning it to tactics and using it without my knowledge or command. And so at some point we're actually going to have dueling active, and it's not because I did anything. I think sometimes with this game, it will automatically like slot in certain tactics or whatever when you get a certain new ability. I don't know. It feels very
Greetings, miss.
inconsistent
No
and
monster sightings
somewhat
yet.
unwanted.
There's still time.
Redcliffe Castle. I don't think we're supposed to be going here yet, but let's see if we can go here. So other things that I've done in this game, I want to say that like I set foot in Orzammar once, and I set foot in the forest with the Dalish elves.
Not happening.
Yeah, that's not... Well said, Zagana. Not happening. What more needs to be said? But I don't think I really did anything in those areas because I really don't remember much. Maybe when we start getting there and we see some of the cutscenes, I might recognize a little bit. I know I didn't get far in Orzammar or the with the Dalish elves. But actually, I think what I want to do after this, and maybe this will be a bad idea, well, and the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I don't think I ever got the Urn of Sacred Ashes in this game. So we're going to do that. So we're going to cure Arl Eamon. I don't know why I can't say that. Cure Arl Eamon. I've got to put some emphasis in there. This windmill, it looks like... Is that... Isn't there like some secret passage down there or something? Maybe not. Health potion and a love letter. I need both of those for a side quest. Well, different side quests. You know what I mean. Or maybe that's a different windmill. Maybe even in a different game. I don't know. Anyways. We need to go... Oh, well, we need to go back to the Chantry and talk to Miss Hannah What's-Her-Face. Oh, actually, I did get...
Word from the castle?
No, all is still, as it has been for days.
You guys
I
going
hope
to
setting
be
those creatures
important?
alight
So
will
not going to be
stand the
important.
ultimate
And this is another landmark tree. I don't know what we're supposed to do with that. I mean, remember, we also had a... Oh. Well, there's... Andraste's Grace. Oh. It's a flower for someone. Who would want that? Andraste things usually go to Liliana, as a guess. But I'm going to look it up off camera for sure before I distribute gifts. I did get... You know what? I did just level up and put a couple more points into cunning. Because I'm going to forget about this treasure later. Let's go back here and see if we can actually get this now. Then I don't have to worry about remembering this. Hey, we can! And see,
Moving on.
we got a lesser ice cell for that. Whoop-de-doo. But notice we got 40 experience for unlocking that treasure instead of the 30. So I guess like each treasure has different experience levels that it will give you depending on how easy it is to unlock. We could get the 30 ones before, now we can get 40. I wonder what other treasures we can unlock with that. Wasn't there like another treasure or two somewhere in the town? I should see if I could unlock those. I gotta remember where those are. So, we're gonna wander, and I'm gonna ramble. That's what we do on this channel. So, we're kind of approaching a spot where we're gonna get into some blind territory. So I'm gonna give you guys the basic plan. I want to do... After we finish up Red Cliff, I want to do the Urn of Sacred Ashes to get Arl Eamon back, assuming that actually does that. And we can actually do that. I don't know how that quest plays out. That will be blind territory. Then I want to go back to Denerim, and I want to do as much in Denerim as I can until I can get back to the alienage, so I can get that knife that I've been talking about and hearing about since basically we did these intros. And I want to get this best or second best knife in the game because it sounds like it will really help us. And then from there, I'll probably go to Orzammar and then Dalish Elves last, and then finish up whatever other final preparations in Denerim we need to do. I don't know how all that's going to play out, but that is my general game plan for the main quest. Of course, we're going to fill in side quests where appropriate and where we can get them done. I do want to make an attempt to do at least every side quest that we get. I know I've mentioned the Friends side quest that we might not get all of those. General Store, this was where there was treasure. Haha.
Don't think so.
Are you serious? Okay. Well, with that, I guess we'll go back to the Chantry. That really does kind of annoy me. I was like, hey, we can unlock a higher level of treasures, but now there's still another higher level still. And as far as my general game plan that I just laid out, I don't know if that's a good plan or not. Someone who's more familiar with this game than I am will probably be like, no, you should really do things in a different order, but
serving the militia free ale.
I don't know any of that.
Well,
The only order stuff I know is,
I suppose
you know, you want to do the Circle Tower before Red Cliff.
What's to come?
There is reason for that, even though technically Alistair recommended we go to Red Cliff first.
Surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is.
Morgan recommended Denerim first to go kill Loghain. But I don't want to do that until we get Arl Eamon back.
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight.
Okay, good.
My men are getting free drinks at the tavern. I suppose it's better to drown your fears rather than go mad waiting for certain
Well,
death.
they said they can
I'm
perform
tempted to
fights
have
when
a
they're
few
drunk,
ales
which,
myself.
you know,
Since
I
you're
guess
convinced
there's
only
some
to start
truth to
repairs,
that.
we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
All right.
I have a good feeling about
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah, I don't want to say the first option because I don't know if that will trigger the actual thing. I'm not ready to trigger the actual thing yet. We have to finish. We have to talk to Mother Hubbard, Reverend What's Her Face in here. For Sir Perth, and then I think we can start. Mother Hannah. Hannah Hubbard.
You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
Well, I mean, technically we're building an army against the Blight to defend a whole bunch of homes across Ferelden that aren't my own.
Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a woman of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left? All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
All right. Holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
Well, you just offered to do whatever we can to
a shield
help.
only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
Yeah, boost their
You mean
confidence.
you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
So do you not think the Maker's going to protect them? Yeah, give them
I
confidence.
suppose if they believed in the Maker's power, that belief would inspire them somewhat. It just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must.
I know, it seems
I
like
have a number of
to line
silver-cast
up with
holy
your
symbols.
beliefs.
Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk.
Yeah, put a
I must
holy
do what
symbol
I
on
can,
their shield
and I
and they'll
suggest
feel
you do
better.
the same.
I don't see what's wrong with that. She says it's like trickery, but wouldn't just going there and receiving, you know, her blessings or the Maker's blessings and have her say Maker's blessings or whatever, couldn't that be considered along the same thing then? But I say, you know, if they're gonna believe and have confidence that this will help them, then let them have that confidence. I mean, that's not gonna hurt us in the battle. What would hurt us is them going into battle thinking, oh, somebody could have done more but didn't. And that's why we're losing. I found another treasure back there.
There's one thing I do not
Oh, Morgan's
understand,
talking
Alistair.
again.
Just the one.
Oh, Morgan and Alistair.
About you, perhaps. Why the deception over your parentage?
I figure you'd be the sort who knows all about deception.
I do. And what use the deception might have had ended when King Kaelin perished.
Maybe. I guess I was sort of hoping that would.
You can kind of hear him, kind of not, because
Does
I'm
not
running
go
away from him.
I didn't say it was a good plan.
And so now Morgan's all pissy about Alistair not telling us about... Why do you suddenly care about Alistair, Morgan? You don't care about anybody but yourself. Why does it matter to you whether Alistair revealed that sooner or not. It really doesn't. Don't even pretend that it does, because I'm not buying it.
The Knights of
Morrigan's
Redcliffe
just
are ready to
so-
fight at your disposal.
Sometimes
spoken
contradictory
to
in
the
her
revered
own views
Has
and
she offered
personality. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase that, but
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
well, see, there you go. He's happy.
Of course I do.
You think it would help?
These are Maker's symbols. What better protection could we ask for?
Well, there you
I will
go.
send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
And I think with that,
No,
is there anything
nothing comes
else
to
we
mind.
need?
If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Yes, I've heard you say that like 5
As you wish,
times
Grey
now.
Warden. Maker watch over you.
Murdoch's already good. What else do we need to do here? I'm just going to check the... Okay, looks like we got everything checked off. So I guess we don't need to go back and see Mother Hannah Banana. And we can just probably drop a save. If I'm remembering past gameplay me correctly.
So, tell me, how did you become a
Oh, this
Grey
is not what I
Warden?
meant to do. You don't know? You were at Oscar. Oh,
Ah, I see.
you meant how I got recruited.
Do you mind if I ask what you did?
I don't mind at all. I killed the Earl's son for hurting my friends. Yeah, hurting my friends and family is putting it mildly.
I'm sorry. I should not have brought it up. It must be an unhappy memory.
Yeah, don't apologize for that. If I didn't want to share, I wouldn't have.
It sickens and saddens me to hear what men in power inflict
Morrigan.
on
Oh, it's
those who
Morrigan
they ought
that's
to
blocking
serve
our
and
view
protect.
here.
I've heard stories that some
I didn't
Templars
mean
who
to
hunt
talk to Win.
Maleficarum
It's just kind of
do not end
happening.
the hunt with a clean death.
Just like
That they subject the
Morrigan's
victim to countless
staff is just
abuses and
disrupting
indignities
this
before they
cutscene.
finish it. But this is just a rumor. Regardless of what happened in your past.
What's worse, me talking
I am
over these
glad you
people
found a
or
place for
Morrigan
Warden,
standing
as
in the
I'm
way?
Sure you are too.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Okay, we got some approval for Win. That was
Mother
not
Hannah's
intended. I wanted
amulets
to
have
talk to him
greatly
again.
bolstered my men's confidence. You couldn't have armed us with any better than our faith in the Maker.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to save.
There is still time before the
Past
sun goes
gameplay
down.
me forgot to save. This is
If you have not yet
post-commentary
spoken
me.
to Murdoch, or if there is anything you have planned,
Well, let's go ahead and get this battle started. I mean, we've had, what, the past couple episodes
good luck to you
without
then.
really
And may
any
the Maker
action.
watch over us all.
And I kind of intended to have action before, 23 minutes into this episode. But that didn't really happen because we had more planning to do. We had to level up. Does that count as action? No, probably not. Okay. Well, now we are getting into action, which we probably won't... I don't know if this is going to push us over time. I mean, I can always pause and stop it, but I really want to get the whole thing in one video. But I think this is quite the battle. I mean, we've been hyping up this battle for the past couple episodes. And there comes the nameless evil. And... oh, that's still the win approves from before.
Know that we fight for the Maker. And
Alright, so we're gonna get... I can't save. I realized after... I think I realized on the loading screen that I didn't save. Now you notice the fires are starting over there. That's because we talked about the oil usurper. And that's going to damage them a bit as they come in. Every little bit helps. So, basic strategy for this, it's going to be complete chaos. Because we have our knights, we have the enemy forces, and we have, well, we have our own team as well. So I'm just going to go around to basically the first thing I see and just stab it and kill it until it dies. We're getting a little too close to the fire. I'm pretty sure we can take damage from our own fire. I want to lead people away from this. This works. You're over here. I don't care that the other guy just hit me. Stop attacking my mages, please. So I'm going to save some of my skills, like my Rip Toes and Dirty Fighting, for if an enemy turns their attention on me, like right there. See how he's facing me? Because I don't want to try and dance around him or dance to another guy if I don't have to. I just want to be killing things as quickly as I can so I can move on to the next target. Because as you can see, these enemies, they just keep coming. Although this battle is actually going pretty well. Our party is doing well, health-wise. We need to get away from these things. Okay, guys. Of course, it's all Alistair taunting them. So I need Alistair to back away. There we go. Are we good?
The monsters are attacking from the lake! They're attacking the barricades! We need help! Come on, we need to
Okay, yeah, I don't know why they gave me an option when there wasn't really an option. Oh, hey, we got an autosave. I guess that's the best I can ask for. Are there any things that they dropped? I wanted more corpse skulls. We need to get to 18 corpse skulls for that one side quest. I believe it's for the Chantry. And this is going to be a great place to do that. But if we get 9, we can turn it in. But if we get 18, we get a bonus reward. And you know how the Chanter's board works. If you talk to them, it will automatically turn it in. And so we'll go down here where a battle is already underway. I'm just going to find things and stab things. That is what we do. And we have some militiamen here that are NPCs helping us. We've got things getting blasted behind me and being thrown about. That's absolutely crazy. Get away from my mages. No, I want to backstab you. Stun you if I can. Alright, back into this chaos. Look at all these enemies. Just find one and stab him till he dies. That is my strategy, and it worked for the battle up above. Actually, these walking corpses, they're not super difficult. I mean, they're a little bit beefier HP-wise, but they're not dishing out damage to our party the way other enemies have in the past. Stab this one. Hey, you over there, stop. Well, actually, no, keep going. Keep going and, like, go to Alistair. Just everybody crowd around Alistair so I can just stab people from behind. That's my ideal scenario. There's Alistair. I think my mages are so... This guy's over here, kind of contending with him. I'll help him out, because I don't know where other people are. By other people, I mean dead people, the corpses. I was trying to get a little sweeping in here. I gotta stun this guy. Don't want to mess around too long on one target. Stab something. Nice knockdown from the arrow guy. We've got our momentum going. I think we actually have... Do we have dueling going? I don't know. I don't think we have dueling going, given our stamina level. And I'm noticing our mages are kind of low on magic at this point. I mean, this is why I have Wynn's tactic set up, so she's not going to be casting Winter's Grasp and whatnot while she's below half mana. So she's just going to be focusing on healing as her mana regenerates. Stop going after my mages. That's not allowed. Oh, this guy. Oh, I don't have enough stamina to use Dirty Fighting. there's things to pick up, but we're in the midst of combat, so I can't pick things up. What do we got? What do we got over here? Oh, we got... Hey, I can pick stuff up. So, I think we have to run around really quickly. I'm just going to grab everything. Looks like these are all from the militiamen. Where's all my corpses? Oh, there's corpse. Chainmail from corpses. Militia over here. Oh, that poor guy that was doing such a great job over there. Did any of the militia even survive? Does it even matter? I don't know how much it matters. I don't know if you get a prize for, like, saving so many of the militia or keeping them from dying. The battle was just absolute chaos, but it's actually over, and it's actually took less time than what I thought it would. It was like, what, 7 minutes? For the whole thing? Yeah. I remember it taking a lot longer than that my first time, but I remember one playthrough I came to Red Cliff first, so
and we survived the
probably
night.
more difficult when I don't have the stats and upgrades and skills that I currently do.
And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, dear lady. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
Still much work to do. Discussing reward. Why not?
If need be. With luck, we'll be discussing that with my brother.
Let us bow
Oh,
our
jeez.
heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe. Now they walk with he who is their maker. Long may they know the peace of his love.
So let it be.
With the Maker's
Sure.
favor, the blow we
I don't think it
delivered
matters
today
what you
is
do
enough
there.
for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able.
It's one of those things where you have the option
Now,
to
with
do
no
two
time to
different
waste,
things, and
meet me
it
at
doesn't
the
matter
mill.
either
We
way.
can talk further there.
And, you know, once again, I demonstrated that I tried... Morgan and Wynn got levels. And I have to go meet Tegan at the windmill. And then we'll discuss entering the castle. Okay, Morgan, I need you with 30 magic so that you can get sleep. Between episodes, I will reconfigure her tactics so that she casts sleep if there are 3 or more targets grouped together. And I think I changed it to 2 or more, because I don't know if she does it or not. I'm not sure what the range is on sleep, but I do know it's a group sort of thing. And it's supposed to be really beneficial. And then I'm also going to have it so that she will use horror on sleeping people when they're asleep. Only when they're asleep, though, she'll cast that. So yeah, we'll have the tactic slots to do that. And Wynn is making a fast track towards the Crushing Prison. That's going to be a great asset when we get there. And I'm going to, well, we'll head up to the mill. We'll do that next time. But this was another example of, you know, me asking for a reward and not getting anything for it. So this is why I generally don't. But I try it once in a while and it just never seems to work for me.